Hi, I'm Farmer Samson Ogbole. Welcome to this class. As we mark Pastor Tade Ayodele's birthday, I will be sharing a little tips on understanding whether what you have is actually a business or you are just hustling. Now, for you to say you have a business, so we say a business is built on some major characteristics. One, we say find something that, one, people love or need, are willing to pay. So find something that people love or value. Create a value or something that people love or something that they need. They are willing to pay at your time of offer for a price that gives profit. So I will explain these 5 key points. Number 1, before you say you are doing a business, ask yourself, this thing that I am doing, is it something of value? Is it something that people really need? Is this something that people want? Because if you are doing something that you call a business and it's not what people want, then it's not a business. It could just be a hobby because you are the one that is in love with it. 2, are they willing to pay for it? So there are things that you do that people are like, oh, I love it, it's awesome, it's wonderful. But when you tell them to pay, you see them like, nah, we are not willing to pay. So if nobody is willing to pay for that thing that you are doing, then it is most likely not a business. It is most likely not a business. So first thing is, have an idea of what people want. So when we say people, we are talking about your probable customers. Your customers, those who are most likely to buy from you. So it's not a thing of I want to sell iPhone and I am going to one local village to go and set up my iPhone shop. There you do not have customers, so it might be a thing of value, but where you are taking it to is not where the customers are. Then next we say, find those who are willing to pay for it. Very important. Those who are willing to pay for it. Number 3, then they should be willing to buy it at the time of offer. So it's not a thing of, oh, I have A to sell, but people that need it say they don't need it now. Then it is not a business of the time. So it's about ensuring that when that offer is made available, that timing is very critical. So it's like selling raincoats during dry season. You need to be hard to sell. So your offer timeline must be very, what's the word that you must ensure you understand when you are giving out that offer. Is it at a time that the people that you want to give that value would need it? Then what is the price they are willing to pay for it? So because you need to understand that there must be an agreement of price. So when I say an agreement of price, it means your offer must be more than the value, so that the customer is willing to release their funds because they believe they are getting higher value. Now, value is a perception, so it's important that I am able to understand what am I giving out as a value, so that when people hear the value, they are willing to pay the price, such that, because you see, you need to understand that money by default flows towards value. Money by default flows towards value. And at this junction, there is a negotiation at this junction between money and value. For the customer, they are judging the value of what you want to give to them. What am I getting? What am I getting from this whole discussion? What am I getting from this transaction? Is it worth it? Because if money M is, let's put it this way, if money is lesser than value, then a transaction would occur easily. But if the customer feels that the money I am giving out is more than the value I am getting, there will be no transaction, because at this point the customer is feeling cheated. If the money is equal to the exact value, at this point the probability of buying is always 50-50, or at times 60-40 and so on and so forth. The reason for why you may have 60-40 where there might be no transaction or there might be transaction, there your sales techniques, your marketing, your branding, your packaging, and all of that now becomes a major issue. But if I believe that the money I am paying, it's not as much as the value that I am going to be getting, that is, if I believe my value is way more than what I'm going to be getting back, then I may not start looking at how you market, how you brand, and all of that. So imagine right now, somebody comes around and says, oh, come and buy a house, a duplex. You actually see the duplex and you know this is authentic, and they're like, this is in Maitama or in Asokoro, Abuja, and it's for 2-3 million naira. You agree with me that because it's a duplex, you just remember that this value is way more. You're not going to be bothered about whether the sink was rightly made, because even though that the land is even more expensive than that. But when the money you are going to pay matches the value or is more than the value, that is when a whole lot of other factors come into play. Then finally, to say you are in business, it must yield profit, because profitability allows for sustainability of your business. So is it giving profit? Now, in giving profit, it must be profit that is measurable, profit that is predictable. So it's not that I am running a business, I don't know how much I will sell, when I will make money, how I will make money. It's not, it's a hustle. You must have a level of predictability. You must be able to a large extent say, okay, if I have this amount of goods, it should take this time to sell. It should take this time for money to come back. This product that is in the store should spend this amount of time before it goes. What we call your inventory days, receivable days, and payable days, and so on and so forth. So all of these factors must come to play if you are running a business. So I hope this helps. Again, happy birthday.